The Biden administration is handing out a new round of technological restrictions, but this time, not on Silicon Valley. Instead, it's focused on electric cars specifically, those connected to China. And now, this move is sparking debates about national security, technological dominance, and the future of the EV market in the United States. But what's really going on here? Could EVs from China pose a real security threat? But before we get deeper into this story, if you are in the market for a new or used car, be sure to use our Vehicle Reliability Reports tool at mycarvoice.com to help you find a dependable vehicle. Now back to the story. The White House has announced an investigation into internet-connected vehicles that use technology from other countries, with China being at the forefront. Critics suggest this decision seems in part of a broader initiative to ultimately restrict technological exchanges with China. But the Biden administration is citing reasons for this action. The most obvious here is national security concerns, as Chinese-made electric cars could potentially collect data on millions of Americans, and even in theory be remotely disabled. U.S. Commerce Secretary Gina Raimondo expressed these concerns quite vividly during an interview on MSNBC. She suggested that Beijing could shut down millions of Chinese cars in the U.S. with a push of a button. Now, the underlying message here seems to be about safeguarding American interests and security, particularly from China. Now, why is this significant? Why should we care? Well, an economic conflict between China and the United States has been brewing since January 2018, when then, U.S. President Donald Trump began setting tariffs and other trade barriers on China, with the goal of forcing China to make changes to what the U.S. claims are unfair trade practices and intellectual property theft. But Biden's latest tariffs seem focused on China's rapid advances in the EV market, not just in manufacturing but also in sales. Some believe Chinese companies are leading in EV design and production, and it appears that their market share and technological advancements are beginning to outpace those of U.S. automakers. This move by the Biden administration could signal a few things for the future of electric cars in the U.S. First, it may lead to stricter regulations on EVs entering the U.S. market from China, slowing the availability of affordable EV options for American consumers. Second, it might help spur innovation within the U.S. auto industry, as American companies might invest even more in research and development to compete with low-cost Chinese vehicles. Now let's talk some numbers for a minute. Chinese EV manufacturers such as BYD, NIO, and XPeng have seen explosive growth in recent years. In fact, China is the world's largest electric vehicle market, accounting for a massive 59% of all global EV sales in 2023. China registered over 8 million new plug-in electric cars, which is a 46% increase from 2022. In contrast, U.S. manufacturers are playing catch-up, with Tesla being a notable exception. The question of when Chinese brand electric cars will begin to appear in the United States is still up in the air. But Chinese brands are considering building cars in Mexico to avoid hefty import tariffs if instead these EVs were sent directly from China. For U.S. consumers, Chinese EVs could mean more choices and potentially lower prices. For U.S. automakers, it represents both a challenge and a call to action to innovate and compete on a global stage. So, what do you think? Are these actions by the Biden administration a necessary step to protect national security and encourage American innovation, or is the U.S. concerned about China's growing dominance in the EV sector? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, make sure to like and also subscribe to this channel for more automotive videos just like this one. And be sure to check out mycarvoice.com for more automotive news, articles, and a free car defect evaluation service.